Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. In today's video, we'll be discussing why females are raised differently from males. So I was having a conversation with my younger sister, and she said she was watching one of my videos, and then a question came to mind that why are girls raised for marriage? Why men are not raised for marriage? And that is a very interesting and a conversation that will stir up various emotions when you think deeply about it. Now, why really are ladies raised for the sole purpose of marriage? Now, this may not be spelled out while she's being raised. You would see a girl child is being raised as she's growing up. She's taught to cook, she's taught to wash, she's taught to be submissive, she's taught to be prime and proper. Why nobody really cares about the men? Rather, when men are being raised, you see them, they are raised for leadership position, they are raised to be business owners, maybe take up the father's business, and some sort of position that puts the man in a place of independence. Now, the question really is, why has it been so in our society? Although nobody comes out to say, oh, we are raising our girls for the sole purpose of marriage. Even when she's sent to school, after school, you hear a conversation like, oh, now that you're done with school, you should go get married. Nobody say now that you're done with school, you should get a job for ladies. But that is what they would expect of a man, that, oh, now you're done with school, now I think you should get a good job. But for a lady, it is that, oh, now we pray and hope that you get a man that would marry you. Why is it so? And this question is deeply rooted in our society. The society has put us in a state where that even as we begin to grow, as civilizations continue to expand and we begin to see things differently, the story really doesn't change. The women are raised this way basically because of their biological makeup. It is believed that the biological makeup of a woman has limited her such that she should not be far from home. For instance, a friend of mine said that one of the reasons for this is because she has to, now before we have the issue of sanitary pad coming to the aid of women, where we could now go out while we bleed during our menstrual period, that the women cannot go out while they bleed before the advent of sanitary pad. Then I began to think about it. Is it the women that really complained and said that, oh, I cannot go out while I'm bleeding? Or that, oh, I will be ashamed while I am bleeding? And if a woman doesn't even bleed, she's questioned. She's seen as abnormal. But how then do you expect me to still bleed, yet be ashamed of bleeding, and then I am told that I cannot carry out certain capabilities and capacities because of my biological makeup, something that I have no chance against? For instance, I cannot go to war because you think I am pregnant, and then I would be feeble, I'll be weak, and then I'll have to think about the baby in my belly first before the opponent. Am I the one who gave that complaint? Is it the women who actually complained that, oh, because of our biological makeup, then we cannot take up certain role? Or the men thought for us that we cannot take up certain roles because of our biological makeup? And this is one of the many reasons why women from time immemorial has advocated for women's rights, gender equality. So I think that the society needs to brace up and start looking and seeing women from a different light. Because if you'd ask me, if a woman is given a chance at something once and then she fails at that thing, there will be a stereotype on all the women. Whereas a man can fail at that same role multiple times, and yet another man will be given a chance at that same role again. why is the society built like this? And I think that it is high time that society needs to look at women differently. Because one woman has failed doesn't mean that every other woman would fail. Because you feel that our biological makeup is different from that of a man doesn't mean that we cannot carry out certain roles. And certainly a woman and a girl child should never and not only be raised for marriage purposes. While we're raising our female children, raise them to become leaders, raise them to become independent, raise them to become a career person, raise them to be whatever it is that they can be in life. Give them the survival chance that they need. Because marriage is not the only thing that women are built for. And also, I want to admonish that as we are raising our female children for marriage, so as we should raise our male children for marriage. Because you know that the marriage institution is made up of two persons, the husband and the wife. According to the functionalist theory, which believes that every part and institution of the society has to function properly for there to be social stability and cohesion in the society. That is the same way that men and women should function properly in the marriage if we want to have a stable marriage and a very good marriage. We must raise our men for marriage, raise our women for marriage also, if we want to have a good marriage institution in our society. In our next video, I'm going to dwell more on this topic, raising men and women equally for marriage purposes. But for now, I want to hear from you in the comment section what you have to say about this topic. Also, don't forget to like, subscribe, and to share this video. Thank you for watching.